Welcome to the Millennial Life Coaches Podcast. At MLC, our mission is simple: add value to help you take on massive action towards your life goals. Here, we feature amazing coaches from all over the world, share compelling stories, and discuss proven practices to help keep your energy high and in the flow. Learn more about MLC at millenniallifecoaches.com.
Welcome to the Millennial Life Coaches Podcast. I am one of your hosts today, Austin Bradley, founder and engagement director for Millennial Life Coaches, here with two of my nearest and dearest. Hey guys. All right, so first we've got Tanya. I can't say enough about Tanya. Tanya is a master NLP practitioner, founder of Coach Core, and a MLC Core coach. Tanya is her. So, all right. And next we have Lorna. Lorna is one of the key reasons MLC is doing what they're doing on social media. If you're not following Lorna, she's a must-to-follow social media guru. And thank you so much for just like everything. All right. So I figured this is the first podcast in a while. We've all certainly done some things, changed names, programs, branding, since the last time we guested on this podcast. So I figured we can kind of give the audience maybe a quick scoop on, what we've been up to and how things have been going since the last time we spoke. So Lorna, if you want to kind of go first. I know you've already kind of talking about your rebranding. Just how's everything going?
Shall I dive in?
You should dive right in.
Yeah, I guess I've changed a lot in the last year. Had a name change, had a direction change with the business, stepped back from a few different things. And I would say that kind of the core offering that I have is social media management and content creation. I was running a membership for about 2 years, which was aimed at small business owners to provide them with ideas and tutorials for them to create their own content. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But I just felt like it had ran its course. And actually, for the people that I had in that community and in that membership, I'd already taught them as much as I could, and they were at the next stage to kind of do it themselves and bring on team members and they didn't need the kind of ideas from me anymore. So I felt like the membership ran its course. And so I decided to close that in September last year and just offer my kind of done for you management type offerings, which was heartbreaking at first because I had so many lovely relationships with other business owners and women and entrepreneurs, but we all still keep in contact. It's just nice to see that they kind of don't need me anymore. Like, I've taught them what I can and they can do it themselves. They've kind of gone out there by themselves. In my sort of personal life, it kind of coincided that we also actually moved house at the same time. So there was lots of big changes going on. So it was quite kind of sort of because of that as well that I kind of paused that side of it so that I had more time for family and like the big movement with everything. So that's where I am at the moment, and we are settled into the house, we're settled into the area. That's all going really, really well. And so there's a nice balance with what I'm doing in the business and with family life as well.
I love how it's new beginnings and you literally had this like final end, and now like you're starting the new beginning and like starting in a direction that actually feels super in alignment from the way you're speaking. That's huge.
Yeah, it does. Like every year I try to pick 1 or 2 words that are going to be like my word of the year. And my year this year is balance. And I totally feel like in lots of different areas of my life, I'm balanced at the moment. So yeah, it's coming through.
That's amazing.
Did you just pick balance, or did you do 2? So you said one or
I
two.
think-
I got to know what the other one is, if there's another one.
No, I think this year I just went with one. I can't remember what my one was from last year. Oh God, I can't remember now. But yeah, this year was just balance. So that's my main focus for 2025.
Amazing, Lorna. And you mentioned something that's so difficult for business owners, entrepreneurs, just people in service to do, and that is get their team, their audience, their clients into a place where they can do it themselves. I can't tell you how many times I've struggled with, clients and just people that I'm trying to get there. And it's a process. So the fact that you were able to do that successfully, I know that wasn't easy. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
So Tanya, what's been going on?
Oh, it's my turn. A little bit of everything. I started MLC with the NLP side of things. So like Austin said, I'm a master practitioner certified instructor of NLP, or neuro-linguistic programming, and then have a ton of like other modalities behind me, as well as working on a new certification as a life coach currently. Since I've last been on this podcast though, my shift has kind of been to create a bigger impact. So for me, it was actually partnering with my business partner and co-creating a marketing agency that has allowed us to create a tech platform for coaches that is created by coaches. Basically, we sat down literally on the floor one day, a bunch of markers, big piece of paper like children. It was amazing. And said, what do we wish we had when we started our businesses? And the whole thing just kind of came pouring out. So now we have this beautiful all-in-one platform for coaches to help them grow and scale their business. And it's comboed with my mindset life coaching and her business and story brand coaching. So it's a beautiful combination that's really kind of just taken off in the last year and given me more than enough work to be doing. So I'm still coaching. However, I get to do it in such a different, beautiful way because I'm helping coaches make an impact and leave their mark and their legacy on this world. Because really, the whole reason we all become coaches is to serve others, right? So if we can help people serve on a grander scale, then I mean, that just makes my heart so freaking happy.
Yeah, that sounds so busy. Like, where do you find time to sleep?
Ask me in about a year, I'd be saying yes to more projects. So
Wow.
Awesome.
I wouldn't even know
Awesome.
where to start with all the tech and the app. You building an app? You building, like, I have no idea how you even start with that.
we actually found this beautiful organization that has the development side for it already created. So we were able to partner with them. So it's their platform. And then we get to customize everything based off that. So we have like templates and scripts and marketing materials and help that they get with us. And then they get access to us a couple of times a week right now. So they can jump on live and get all of their questions, whether that be tech, marketing, like just like, hey, I need to brainstorm something. We had a coach the other day that's like, I think I want to create this membership, but I'm not really sure. And we literally spent 30 minutes just fine tuning it for her. And now it's out in the world and she's making a huge impact. So it's a little bit of everything. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of fun though. It's a beautiful thing watching coaches do what they are designed to do and coach and not deal with the shenanigans of I need to build an email list.
Yeah, Lorna, so I actually tried out Coach Core pretty recently, and I was telling Tanya, like, if I would have had this just years and years back, it would have saved me so much time, because it really is kind of that one-stop shop. It's got everything you need right there, as opposed to kind of going with this third party, going with this vendor, getting this messaging platform, just whatever, getting this one. It was so much easier, Tanya. Like, what you are doing is really going to change so many coaches' lives. So thank you for investing time in that one.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's part of the dream. It's something that we're excited to share. And then, like I said, if I can help more coaches and more people along the way too, because I get to bring my whole NLP into it as well, which is a lot of fun. So it's really what we're about.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Tanya. All right, you guys have both done tremendous things. A lot of positives. I feel like I'm gonna be the Debbie Downer here and bring in some rain, but I think since the last time we kind of got together on the pod, quite a bit's happened, at least in my life, right? So, I was working, the 9 to 5, working first shift. Somehow I ended up working third shift. So there's a time where I'm working both first and third shift. Being the dad at home. I've got the businesses, business coaching, and then certain communities that I kind of help, and such as MLC, and it was a lot. Lorna, she mentioned balance, and really I didn't have that balance, a while back, and it actually manifested in a way that, like, I got high blood pressure, right? So I'm not talking about okay, it's just a little bit over. No, I mean like the bad, like, oh man, we have to do something like immediately, blood pressure. So I have been on this journey of balance and kind of recalibration, and also just different shifts in my life, right? So with the 9 to 5, I'm no longer working all those shifts. I'm working first shift, and I've got a kind of a new role. It's much more, it's a different environment, right? And it's better for me. In terms of the businesses, I've kind of scaled back a little bit on the business coaching end, so I haven't picked up as many clients. And also I've been kind of wanting to focus more on the MLC side of things, which has been fantastic. I get to engage with you guys and all the other coaches in the network. It's fantastic. And this is going to sound maybe a bit odd, but I got into gratitude journaling. It's something I've never done before, but it was interesting. Like I'd write in my journal, and I'd do this like 5-6 in the morning, and then I would just feel so like refreshed and encouraged and just happy about everything. Like my kids, I can't wait to see their faces when they wake up. Like I was just so just happy, right? So I've been kind of going through that journey. I'm in recovery. I'm much better than I was with the whole blood pressure side of things, but it's been a pretty wild journey. So that's me.
I love that. Well, thank you for being so open about it. Things are going better?
They are. I'm in the gym often. I'm trying to get my health coach back on, Bianca. I gotta get some time in with her. And no, things are going great at work, great at home. It's just good. Everything is good. So
Sounds like your word at the moment is balance too, then.
it is, Lorna. I'm going to steal that. All right, my word this year is going to be balance, and it's so interesting. I mean, balance is crucial. Like I follow one of my other favorite coaches. You guys may know Nicole. And Nicole Conception, and she was going through like this journey. I think she was in like Korea, and she just had to get away from everything, had to reset. And like she was telling her story about how she felt just re-engaged and recharged after just kind of disengaging and rebalancing. So I guess, Lorna, I'll pose this to you. Why do you think coaches or people in general, why do you think like just balance is so important? I mean, like why do you think that's something that like we need?
I think it's very easy to get unbalanced in terms of like maybe your work or your business or some area of your life taking up more space than probably should. And it happens slowly. You say you're going to cover someone's shift, or you're going to launch an extra thing, and it takes up a little bit more space, and before you know it, it's taking up too much space, and other things are not being factored in anymore, like your family or your friends or your health or other areas of your life that you just completely drop. Like I know that if I get really, really busy with stuff, the first thing that I will drop is like exercise straight away. It would be the bottom of the list if there's someone's ill and stuff's got to be done and client work and everything else. I know that my exercise will just fall off the bottom of the list, but that's not like it's not intentional. You're not meaning to unbalance things. It's just the demands of things at a certain time from family, from work, or you're like super interested in a project and it completely takes over your brain and you end up getting like engulfed in it, and it builds momentum, and then you feel like you want to give more to it, but you can only do that so much before it then turns into a little slippery slope, and all that momentum and excitement and interest kind of does a 180 and like tips over into like, it's too much now. I'm neglecting other areas of my life, and maybe I'm getting burnt out, or maybe there's too much pressure and things are all unbalanced, and you realize, hold on, I've not left my house, or I've not spoken to another person, or I've not been outside, or I've not eaten a good meal in ages, and things are all unbalanced until you get to that point, like you were saying with your blood pressure. You get to that point where you're like, hold on, like this has gone way too far the other way. I need to reset and bring it back. But I don't think anyone does that intentionally, and you have good intentions for putting lots of effort into your work or into a project, and you have, you want it to go well. It just gets to that point where you think, things have dropped off the list and this is not good anymore, and I need to rein it back in, and maybe you need a hard reset. Maybe you can catch it before you get to that burnout point. But sometimes there's just so many external pressures, you kind of can't help it sometimes. You have to fight for the space for all the other things in your life to kind of keep the balance. Would you agree, Tanya?
Oh, absolutely. Actually, one of the principles of NLP says every behavior is done with a positive intention. So we always do it with the best in mind. And I think when it comes to balance, especially as entrepreneurs and soul-led people who really want to serve, it's so easy to fall into that tunnel vision. And you're so focused on, I got to get this done, that, like you said, the other things tend to start sliding. One of the things I've really implemented in my practice, because I am very quick to like go all in and like not see all the other areas, is I will actually schedule in my day 30 minutes. Like it's literally time blocked in my calendar for me to just do whatever it is that I need to do in that moment. Maybe it's sit and read. Maybe it's take the breaths, maybe it's the exercise. That's how I find my balance, because then I keep myself in this state of like, no, I have these 30 minutes that are for me, and then I can expand on them if I need to, and if not. However, it lets me kind of pull myself back in and rein myself in, because I have been that girl that's teetered on burnout for years and years and years at a time, and it's not healthy, it's not serving anyone, and no one's getting your full energy when you do that. So I find setting yourself up for small wins like that helps. And what Nicole did in her beautiful journey was like totally take a step back, pull everything in, and give herself that time to like just go within and just be. And it's so profound what comes out of that. So I completely agree. It's super easy to fall into that, and finding that beautiful balance is, I'm so excited that that's both of your words for the year. Like, honestly, I'm like, I cannot wait until this time next year. And you're going to be like, oh yeah, this like teeter totter, stable.
Tanya, that was amazing. Thank you so much. And it actually reminded me of this experience I had not too long ago. I went to this conference and I was telling this guy, Brendan Blair, about kind of everything I was going through, the health business, everything is just kind of, it's all over, right? And he gave me some of the best advice. It's very kind of quirky, but it was really good advice. He goes, Austin, it sounds like you need to kind of focus on just a couple things, kind of like what Lorna was saying. You get a couple things, you've got too many things going on, and I took that, and I agreed. And then he goes off to say, in terms of the business, things getting tough, Austin, you have to ask yourself, do you want to be the buffalo or the cow? So I'm looking at Brandon and I'm going, no, I don't want to be either. What are you talking about? This was going so well. And then he goes on to say, well, cows, they veer away from the storm, actually walk away from the storm. But buffaloes not only face the storm, but they go head first into the storm. And then he asked me again, he goes, Austin, do you want to be the buffalo or the cow? I said, yes, I want to be the buffalo. And guys, I can't make this up. Room full of people. He just starts going, I am the buffalo. I am the buffalo. Everyone's trying to turn and look. The confidence on this man, like, Brendan, if you are listening, thank you for that. That was a moment for everybody. And that moment kind of stayed with me. So, guys out there, everyone listening, ask yourself, do you want to be the buffalo or the cow when it comes to some of these storms that you're going through in your life? So.
Oh my God. That is profound.
Maybe I don't understand. Maybe I don't understand the analogy. I would have said I would have been the cow.
Yeah, I think at that moment, Lorna, I was probably thinking the same thing.
As in, like, I don't want to be anywhere near the storm. I'll just drift off in this direction.
Yeah, I think he was going for kind of when things get tough, when things get rough, you go straight into it and you try to handle. Yeah. I am, but you guys have to be there. I'm so sorry.
I can feel it though. I feel like you could just like, I am the buffalo.
Yeah. Now it's time for a quick message from Coach Tanya. Enjoy.
I specialize as a mindset and life guide. So I actually work within the NLP realm as well as help people just overall with their coaching practices. I am also the co-founder of Coach Core, which is such a beautiful organization. See, when I first started my coaching business, I was truly passionate about helping others transform their lives. Yet that tech and marketing side of things felt completely draining, completely overwhelming, and kind of like these unnecessary steps that I had to take to progress my business and really get people out there so I'd be able to make that impact. I found I was juggling trying to build a website, sending emails, managing my clients, and all of this like back end business stuff that took away from what I really wanted to be doing, which was coaching. That's why myself and my business partner, Julie, created Coach Core. Your website, your sales funnels, your client communications, payments, memberships and courses, and even your social media into one place so that you don't have to stress about how it all connects. You don't have to make it all work on different platforms. And here's the best part. It's not just a tech solution. We've actually built in group coaching twice a week right now and expanding into the future so that you're never alone in figuring this stuff out. We also offer marketing templates based on the Story Brand framework, giving you a roadmap to really reach and serve more of your clients with ease. So if you're feeling that same kind of overwhelm that I did when I first got started and you don't really know what to do anymore, Coach Core is the way to really take that weight off your shoulders and give you back more of that freedom to work with your clients and really do what you love.
All right. There is one more thing I want to touch on here. Since we're talking about kind of new beginnings, there's this new thing called AI happening. Have you guys heard of it? AI?
Just a little bit.
Just a little. All right. No, I was reading this article by Goldman Sachs, and they're saying by the year 2030, 300 million jobs will be taken over by AI. AI, artificial intelligence, for the audience out there. And I guess my question I want to ask you guys, just as coaches and people that help others, how do you think AI is going to influence, specifically the coaches industry? I mean, do you think it'll be positive, negative? What are your thoughts there?
I think anything
Switching gears here. Lorna's giving me that look like, man.
I feel like Lorna's got a lot to say on this.
No, Tanya, you go first. I'm still thinking. How am I gonna angle this? Go on.
I mean, I think it's like anything. There's a lot of pros to AI right now, in terms of helping coaches get their message out there and fine-tuning their language and how they're positioning themselves. Jobs being lost, that side of things obviously is not so much of a positive to it. However, the thing I think we all need to remember is AI is still a computer. And when it comes to the coaching industry, what people truly need is that authentic human touch. There is not anything that can replicate getting that support and that grace and that just being held in your shit, because that's what you do when you're getting coached, right? You're in your shit. Having a human backing you and supporting you throughout that. So while it is projected that jobs will be lost, I think as coaches, we have this beautiful position where we can stay with our people and continue to build and foster those relationships, because we're the heartbeat behind the company. We're the heartbeat behind people's change. We're the heartbeat behind business transformations, mindset shifts, radical life choices, health programs. Yeah, we can find all this online. However, if it's not run from a computer, from a person, is it really something that's tracked and traced and proven to be successful, like results-based? Coaches people need their coaches to support them throughout their journey. So I think it is a scary thought that they're projecting that this will take over and replace jobs. However, I think if we all continue to stand strong and just be in our authentic truth, there's something so powerful about being a human in this time, and we can utilize AI in such a beautiful way that it supports us and doesn't take from us.
Good point. Yeah, good point. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the number of jobs does sound alarming, but the job of a coach and the job of maybe an admin assistant or a customer service person is very, very different. So I don't think people would argue against AI doing your admin for you and, like, you know, being more efficient on the email and websites and stuff like that. If you're talking about those kinds of jobs, I feel like that's, you know, we're going that way anyway. I think that's just the way that the technology evolves. I don't ever feel like there'd be a point when an AI, a robot, an app would be able to replace someone like Tanya with what she was saying about her life, human experiences, as in, I can tell you about this because I have lived it and this is how I felt and this is how you're feeling, and, you know, the emotional side of it. Whenever I've used things like ChatGPT, it's always been very factual and very informative, and yes, it's been correct and it's been helpful. Like I searched for something this week that was like, oh, here's a list of my strengths, like suggest some new things that I can work on this year or something. I can't remember what I was searching for, like what gaps do I have in my skills that I could, you know, learn and take advantage of. And it gave me some information. It gave me information instantly of, like, you could do a paid ads course, you could go in this direction, you could do that. And I was thinking, oh my God, that's really useful information. What the next step would be is, can I speak to somebody who has done that? Can I speak to someone who works in that industry who has done that I could then shadow or have mentor me or coach me so that I can go through that process? So it kind of gives you the first step, but then I would be seeking a real human or a community to then help me implement it. And I don't know that we'd want AI to take that part away.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I agree. I think there are some benefits. You know, you mentioned admin, things like that. I think some of those tools really can help save and to some degree support different businesses, whether that's coaching, whether that's entrepreneurship. Just there are some inherent benefits with this, and I believe you mentioned Chat GPT. I think the last time I used that, I did have a question, and it gave me some pretty valuable information. The question was, why do buffaloes go into the storm? So, all right. No, it gave me some good stuff. But seriously, I think the coaches industry specifically is going to benefit from AI, and I feel this way because if there's going to be 30 million person shuffle, whether that's individuals going into other jobs, other careers, other hobbies, passion projects, they're going to need coaches out there. Lorna, they're going to need your services just to get started in something new. Tanya, they're going to need your services just to get started, maybe with the mindset shift. I really feel like the coaches industry is going to boom because of certain technologies that are going to shift people's perspectives and jobs and things like that. So I'm curious to see how everything kind of shakes out.
Me too. And I agree, like it can be such a beautiful set. I mean, ChatGPT is, we're like this right now.
We'll see. Fingers crossed. Let's hope the beauty keeps. Okay, all right. Let's you guys want to get into the last segment here? Just spotlight a couple coaches that we've maybe seen over the last couple days, couple weeks, and maybe give the audience some goodness from those coaches.
Sure.
Right. I guess I could go first.
Let's do it.
All right, so I mentioned a coach earlier today, Nicole from Sailynn, and first of all, she's fantastic. She is a business coach specifically helping women, and she is one of those go-to coaches. Certainly follow her _ at Nicole Lay, 3 A's. We'll put it in the comments, guys. In any case, she's got a workshop coming up. It's a vision board workshop, and I think kind of aligns to this idea of balance and kind of new beginnings, right? So with vision boards, you're trying to understand maybe what barriers you have in place and where you're trying to go, and really trying to gain clarity with everything. And I think the service that she provides or will provide with this workshop is going to be tremendous. So we'll go ahead and put that information in the link. Check out the comments, guys. And go ahead and follow Nicole. Nicole, thank you for everything you do. You're tremendous.
Love Nicole. She's such a sweetheart. And that workshop is going to change lives. I've seen bits and pieces of it. And she's powerful, that one.
For sure.
I guess a coach I would like to shout out in this episode would be Sailynn Doyle. She's been doing a lot of amazing one-to-one coaching lately and really making an impact in that personal atmosphere with different clients and helping them along their journey. She also is more on the business side, business coaching side of things, and has seen some pretty incredible results. She also has a program that is on MLC2, The Miracle Morning, which is fantastic. If you all haven't checked it out, I highly recommend checking that out. She is just a wealth of knowledge and got so much energy behind her.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sailynn as well, because she's always popping up with some
that's awesome
dancing or like pointing, and that always makes me laugh with all her pink branding. Yeah. But I guess as well, I wanted to shout out somebody who's fairly new to the core coaches group. I've connected recently with Hailey Rowe, who is a life coach. She's very, very knowledgeable about LinkedIn. I've been watching lots of her content just to kind of soak up some of the knowledge that she has, because I know not as much about LinkedIn. So she's somebody new that's kind of come into the community. So I wanted to shout Hailey out as well and just let her know I'm watching her videos and I'm taking it all in, as well as plenty of other people. But yeah, she's a good one to connect with if you're looking for LinkedIn tips and stuff. She is very knowledgeable in that area as well.
Yes, Hailey is also tremendous. All the coaches we mentioned are absolutely phenomenal. Guys, just follow everyone. Nicole, Sailynn, Hailey, just everyone. As well as all the hosts here today, guys. we'll go ahead and wrap. This has been great. Tanya, Lorna, I've had a lot of fairly deep discussion, maybe deeper than anticipated, but I'm looking forward to new beginnings, right? So,
and to keep the community within this podcast. I'm excited to see this community grow, because what MLC has built truly is, and this is 100% shout out to you, Austin, this platform and this community is so needed. It's making such an impact. If you know any other coaches or just people who are looking for coaches, make sure you send the MLC information to them, because what this community can do and create in this world is just truly, it's a blessing.
To the audience out there, thank you, Tanya. That's awesome. To the audience out there, remember, you don't have to be a coach to change the world, right? Just be a positive influence in someone's life, and you're really aligning to the MLC mission, thereby joining our community. So thanks, everybody. Take care.